Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Proposed Warriors trade would send former number 1 pick to 76ers for draft pick. Golden State Warriors All-Star Andrew Wiggins had his struggles in the 2023-24 season, averaging the fewest points in his career. His tough season has put him in trade proposals during the early stages of the season. In a proposed trade from Grant Hughes of Bleacher Report, the Warriors send Wiggins to the Philadelphia 76ers. The full proposal by Hughes would send Wiggins and a 2026 second-round pick, via ATL, to the 76ers. The Warriors would receive a heavily protected 2027 second-round pick in return. Let's imagine no free agent worth the Philadelphia 76ers' trove of cap space makes it onto the market, forcing Daryl Morey to consider other talent onboarding methods, Hughes wrote in an April 27 column exploring trade ideas for every team that missed the playoffs. And let's also imagine that after a play-in elimination, Warriors ownership isn't keen on paying a hefty luxury tax penalty. Andrew Wiggins' $26.2 million salary could slide right into Philly's cap sheet while still leaving as much as $40 million in unspent resources, replacing free agent Tobias Harris at a discount and possibly even providing elite defense if Wiggins can channel his 2022 self. Wiggins, the number 1 pick in the 2014 NBA draft, would help the Golden State Warriors facilitate any big trade this offseason due to having $90 million left on his deal. However, Zach Lowe of ESPN wrote on April 17 that other teams might view his contract as a net negative. Wiggins has 3 years and almost $90 million left on his deal, and just completed a mostly disappointing season, Lowe wrote in a column wondering if the Warriors' storybook is ending. His salary would be handy in any major trade, but rivals might view his contract as a net negative, and ask the Warriors to attach an asset to compensate, sources said. Golden State is not quite deep enough in trade assets to be able to afford that. Warriors owner Joe Lacob said on the TK show with The Athletic's Tim Kawakami that he'd like to get out of the tax. Our plan 1, or 1A, is that we'd like to be out of the tax, and we think that we have a way to do that. That kind of is the plan, not just under the second apron. I'll tell you why that's important because the truth is, we need to be out of the tax 2 years out of the next 4 in order to get this repeater thing off our books. We don't want to be a repeater, Lacob said in February. By trading Wiggins this offseason, it could go a long way toward helping the Warriors reach Lacob's goal. The Golden State Warriors have cheaper and younger options on the roster, including 21-year-old Jonathan Kuminga. During the 2023-24 season, the number 7 pick in the 2021 NBA draft took a big leap, almost doubling his point average. Kuminga averaged 16.1 points per game in 2023-24, a major increase from his 9.9 average in the 2022-23 season. His contract is an even bigger factor in this scenario as he's set to make just $7.6 million in 2024-25. Being a cheaper and younger option, if Lacob wants to get under the tax, Kuminga could help with that. Steph, confident Warriors not that far off, will make roster tweaks. Plenty of fingers have been pointed since the Warriors' disappointing 2023-24 NBA season ended much sooner than usual. From starters' shooting struggles to Draymond Green's availability to mixed rotations and lineups and everything in between, there are several things to blame for Golden State's stagnant season. Steph Curry, however, won't play the blame game and remains adamant about the team's ability. So what went wrong for the Warriors this season? What was missing? The sad part was just missing 3 wins to get out of the play-in and have yourself in a playoff series, Curry said Thursday on TNT's Inside the NBA, after being named the 2023-24 NBA Clutch Player of the Year. Even a game like in Sacramento in the play-in tournament we had, you're like okay, we're down 1 and can game plan to try to get back into the series. Obviously, early in the year, we had a lot of missteps and some absences. But you do realize we're not that far off, even trying, To stay at this level, at this peak for so long, there's going to be some tweaks, we know. When you lose, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, what can we do to get better? What holes can we fill? And thankfully we have some time to figure that out, so lot of conversations with upstairs, with Coach Kerr to try to figure out how to get back to the level we expect. I didn't answer anything specific about what we need, but we're going to figure that out over this summer. Despite flipping a switch in the second half of the season and winning 10 of its last 12 games, Golden State, 46-36, finished as the Western Conference's number 10 seed. Early losses haunted the Warriors in the end, and made all the difference in their positioning in the standings. A loss to the number 9 seed Kings sent them home packing for good, as they missed the NBA playoffs for just the third time in the last 12 seasons. But Curry won't overreact as much as the rest of the NBA world has, and he believes his squad will figure things out this offseason to get back to being the championship contenders they have been for so long. Draymond Green rips Anthony Davis for throwing Darvin Ham under the bus. Anthony Davis raised some eyebrows when he questioned Darvin Ham's coaching after the Lakers' Game 2 loss to the Nuggets last Monday. Davis said his team goes through stretches where we don't know what we're doing on both ends of the floor. In response, Ham agreed to disagree with the star big man, stressing that his coaching staff takes pride in being highly efficient and organized whether in practice, shoot-around, film sessions, or games. Following the back-and-forth between the two, NBA TV's Jared Greenberg reported that people within the Lakers organization were upset and disappointed with Davis's comments. Now, Warriors star Draymond Green has also come to the defense of Ham. I was very disappointed in AD's statement after the game, Green said on The Draymond Green Show on Friday. I got a lot of love and respect for AD, but the reason I was disappointed in his comments is because, number one, Darvin Ham was a player, and Darvin Ham is a black man. And to just throw him under the bus like that, I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate it. I didn't respect it. I could be a little biased because Darvin Ham was my OG from Saginaw, Michigan, but I am very disappointed in AD. Green believes Ham's coaching staff put Davis and the Lakers in the right positions to secure a 20-point lead in Game 2 until the players squandered the advantage. As such, he feels Davis must take accountability for the loss instead of playing the blame game. Incidentally, the Lakers had double-digit leads in the first 3 games against the Nuggets and yet find themselves in a 3-0 hole and on the brink of elimination. Game 4 will tip off Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Anthony Davies? Leave your opinion in the comments.